Hi, good morning to everyone. This is Dr. A. Venkateshwara Naidu, working as Associate Professor, the Department of English, PBR Wits Engineering College, Kavali. Today, I would like to explain you types of questions. So we have different types of questions in English. This is very important topic of grammar. Every one of you should learn how to form, how to construct various types of questions. These will help you in our writing, in our communication, in our conversation. Let us come to the point. How many types of questions do we have in English? Anybody knows? We have four different kinds of questions in English. Each and every kind of questions should have their own particular word order. The word order for each and every kind of questions will be different. Like, so let us see what are the basic types of questions. The basic types of questions, one is yes or no questions. Second one is WH questions. Third one is tag questions. Fourth one is embedded questions. Let me know how many kinds of questions we have. Yes, you are right. We have four different kinds of questions. Now, basically, questions are of two. That the questions starting with WH words or questions starting with auxiliaries. These are the basic types of questions. But here we have two more questions: tag questions and embedded questions. Let us see how each and every question is formed, is constructed. Let us know how each and every question will be used when we use each and every question. Yes or no questions. Look at a short answer. Yes or no is expected. Whenever we put a question on anyone or anybody or someone, the expected answer is yes or no. Did you take lunch is my question. Did you take lunch is my question. What is the answer I am expecting from you? Just the answer is, if you had, you say yes or no, yes or no. These are the expected answers we get from the people. Many of these questions are formed by putting an auxiliary verb before the subject. How yes or no questions are made? Yes or no questions will be made by keeping the be form or do form before the subject. What is the word order? The previous lecture I explained you that we have four different kinds of sentences. Each and every kind of sentence has its own particular word order. In case of assertive sentences, the word order is subject, verb, there may be object. When we come to interrogative sentences, the word order is question word, auxiliary verb, subject, and there may be object. How yes or no questions are made? Yes or no questions are made by keeping auxiliaries, be forms before the subject. See, it's a be form, subject, adjective or noun, do form, subject, verb, question mark. We use these structures to form yes or no questions. What are the be forms? Am is a be form, are is a be form, is a be form, was is a be form, were is a be form. What are the do forms? Do, does, did are the do forms. See, please every one of you should remember this role. The second category of questions is WH questions. These questions start with WH words. Question words. Question words are what, where, why, who, whose, when, which, how, how many, how often, how far, how much, how long, how old. WH questions will start either with W, starting with W or H. Start with words like what, where, why, who, whose, when, which. WH questions with a do structure, do forms. WHO plus auxiliary, do or does or did, plus subject, plus verb, plus question mark. Please, every one of you should remember this rule. We have to follow this rule to make questions. WH questions with B structure, B form. What are the B forms? Am is a B form, is a B form, R is a B form, was is a B form, what is a B form. It is the structure we use. WHO, B form plus subject. There will be no principal verb. Note, there are other question words that don't start with WH as well. How many, how often, how far, how much, how long, how old. Understand? How questions are made, how WH questions are formed by using question word, simply auxiliary, subject, or question word. Like, when did he pass 10th class? When did he pass 10th class? What is the answer? Yes or no? No. When did he pass 10th class? He passed 10th class in 2017. Tag questions. Whenever somebody says something, when we have doubt about his words, when we did not hear clearly his words, we have to place a question tag at the end of a sentence to get confirmation. For confirmation, we use question tags. For getting confirmation, we use question tags. Short questions that appear at the end of some sentences usually to show emphasis, politeness, irony, lack of confidence. They are also used in formal and spoken English structure. What is the structure? Main clause plus comma. See how the questions are made, question tags are made. Please mind it, ma. All question tags will be separated from the sentence. Question tag will be separated from the main clause by using comma. The question word, the question tag must consist auxiliary verb and pronoun. There will be no nouns in question tag. There will be no capital letters in question tags. When the main class is positive, see, it's a main class. When the main class is positive, after the main class we use comma and we use negative or positive auxiliary and personal pronoun. It's a word order for question tags, personal pronoun. If the main class is positive, when the sentence is positive means if there is no negative words like no, not, none, nobody, often, rarely, barely, seldom, etc. The sentences which don't have all these words known as positive sentences. All positive sentences take negative question tag. All negative sentences take positive question tag. Positive and question, negative. What is there in question tag? Auxiliaries and personal pronoun. There will be no capital letter. There will be no noun in question tags. I hope you understand. Remember that you should only use personal pronouns in question tag. Just I have told you that there will be no noun in question tags, no capital letters in question tags, no noun and no capital letters. These cars are very comfortable. Can we say aren't these cars? No, aren't they is right. These cars is noun. These cars are very comfortable, aren't they? Mary is striking beautifully. Isn't Mary? No, we never use noun Mary, noun in question tags. Mary is strikingly beautiful, isn't she? Is question tag. When the sentence is positive, the question tag will be negative. When the sentence is negative, the question tag will be positive. What is there in question tag? Auxiliary verb and personal pronoun. Pronoun, the objective form of a pronoun. The subjective form of a pronoun. Some exceptional cases we have in tag questions, that is special case. When the sentence is positive, when the subject of a sentence is I and auxiliary is am, When it is in positive, the tag will be oriental. Please mind it. It's very very important. When the subject is I, auxiliary is am. When it is in positive, the question tag will be oriental. Negative. When the subject is I, when the auxiliary is am not, the question tag will be am I, not ri. Please all of you mind it, Nala. All of you mind it. It's a very very important case. This is very very important case. All of you mind the case. More tag questions. There are also other more informal, not formal. I am not advising you to use all these. Just simply the people are using these days. All the questions, please you don't follow. You don't follow these in the examinations. In the examinations, if you do these, you may lose marks in the examinations. In conversations, what I observe in the conversations, nowadays people use these question tags. There are also other more informal tag questions. You told her no. It's a nice car, is it? You have the tickets right. He's a good buddy. Got some trouble. You must not use them in formal language. They are perfect for some informal chats. The fourth category of questions is embedded questions. See how embedded questions are formed. A little more formal, embedded questions are very very formal. Embedded questions convey formal meaning. They are very very polite. If you want to ask very politely, we have to follow. We use embedded questions. A little more formal and polite questions. We use them when talking to a person we don't know very well, or in professional situations. The form is a little different. For example, where is the train station is direct. Do you know where the train station is indirect? Where is the bathroom is direct. Could you tell me where the bathroom is indirect? It is more polite. The second one is indirect is more polite. Please all of you go with the second one. Okay, it's a more which is more polite. Phrases for indirect embedded questions. What are the phrase? Phrase is a group of words does not give us complete sense. Even a phrase might have a subject and verb does not give us complete sense. A group of words which has subject and verb does not give us complete sense, known as phrase. What is a class? Class might have a subject and verb and gives us complete sense. It cannot depend on another class. It is an independent class. We use any one of these to form indirect embedded questions. Could you tell me? Could you tell me? Do you know? I was wondering. Do you have any idea? I would like to know. Would it be possible? So we have 5 rules for forming or for constructing embedded questions. Let us see the rule 1. If the embedded question is a part of a statement, use a period and not a question mark at the end of a sentence. Also, the question is the present or past simple verb tense. Omit the auxiliary verbs do, does, and did, and change the verb to its appropriate form. Direct question: what time did he leave? Embedded question: I wonder what time he left is embedded question. Rule number 2: if the embedded question includes an auxiliary verb and the verb to be, reverse the positions of the subject and the auxiliary verb. Direct question is what did he say? Embedded question: could you tell me what he said? Direct question: can you help me? Embedded question: I wonder if you could help me. Direct question: is he a doctor? Embedded question: do you know if he is a doctor? Rule number 3: don't use a verbal contraction at the end of a sentence. Contraction is nothing but short form of a verb. Is known as contraction, like is. Direct question: where is she? Correct embedded question: Do you know where she is? It's a full form of is. Incorrect embedded question. Do you know where she is? It's incorrect. It's incorrect. We never use contracted form of is. Rule number 4. Embedded questions are introduced by whether or not, and if when there is not a yes or no question. Direct yes or no question. Will he be there? Embedded question. Do you know if he will be there? Do you know whether or not he will be there? Do you know whether he will be there or not? There are many ways to form the indirect question, the direct yes or no question. Will he be there? We have many ways to ask. Do you know if he will be there? Do you know whether or not he will be there? Do you know whether he will be there or not? The infinitive can follow a question verb, whether in embedded question. Direct question, what should I do? Embedded question, would you tell me what I should do? Embedded question with an infinitive, would you tell me what to do? So far, my dear students, so far we have discussed the basic types of questions in English. The basic types of questions in English are yes or no questions, WH questions, tag questions, and embedded questions. I hope every one of you has understood, has known the rule how each and every question is made, is formed. Once again, I request you, please you should remember the formation of the word order for each and every questions in English. With this, I conclude the topic. If any one of you has any doubt, please you may contact me. My mobile and my email ID are given here. Okay, all the best. Okay, thank you very much.